Hello and good morning everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in this video, and those of you writing your essay paper tomorrow, here are some important last minute tips which you all must follow. I am your friendly neighborhood educator Kuber Singh, and I teach IR, internal security and essay writing on this platform. Now, essential tip number 1. So I have around 12 to 13 tips to share with you. Tip number 1, do not skip the 20 minutes of your brainstorming session. Before you begin your essay, please make sure that 15 to 20 minutes आप devote कर रहे हैं अपने rough work के लिए, जहां पे आपने 15-20 मिनट में brainstorm करके अपने essay के structure को बनाना है. आपने वो dimensions को लिखना है जो dimensions आप touch upon करेंगे, और particular dimension में क्या क्या example डालेंगे उसके लिए ये 15 से 20 मिनट का time more than sufficient hota hai, because let's not forget that you have 3 hours, so you will get 3 hours to write 2 essays. So all in all you should give 1.5 hours to write 1 essay, and if you're giving 1.5 hours, so if you're giving 15 to 20 minutes for your rough work, you're still left with 1 hour and round about 10 or 15 minutes, which is not bad. So which means that 75 minutes is not a bad deal to write an essay of minimum 800 or 900 words. Alright, so this is a very important tip which you all must know about. Always remember, then tip number 2, always remember that आपका जो first instinct है, topic को आप देखेंगे, जो topic आप choose करेंगे, whatever topic you decide, now always remember the first instinct would be closely, if not absolutely, but closely related to the exact interpretation of the topic. Now, it is very subjective. Philosophical essays can be very subjective. What is 6 to you can be 9 to me. What you seem to be morning, I can seem to be night. So therefore, that is completely fine. Well, it is not expected out of you that you have to resonate exactly with the same interpretation of the topic, but it is fine if it is even closely related to it. Then tip number 3. Please do not hesitate, please do not shy to begin your essay by a very powerful introduction. And if you want to write a story, some event based out of a recent movie you have watched, some novel, some web series or news item, do not shy to express it. Understand one thing, expression plus presentation plus coherence. EPC. These are 3 important things which you have to remember: expression, presentation and coherence. Then tip number 4. Now, while writing an essay, of course, it can get very overwhelming to write an essay of 900 words, 1000 words. It is very important that all of you end up making coherence, end up making a clarity of thought process. Your clarity of thought, there should be a unity of thought process from the introduction to the ending. Make sure that there is sufficient coherence within your essay. There is sufficient coherence within the arguments you're presenting for your essay. Then tip number 5, please make sure that you're using transitions between 2 different dimensions. You cannot write similarly, also. Please do not end up writing these words as transition phrases. Now, when I'm talking about transition, you need to understand that a transition phrase needs to address the core element, the core between 2 different examples, between a preceding example and the succeeding example. So ultimately, जो transition phrase है, now let's say in one paragraph, you're talking about the resolve, the determination, or the action-oriented approach of, let's say, Indira Gandhi. You know, the kind of resolve she demonstrated while in the 1971 India-Bangladesh war. And now you also want to showcase a resolve or determined action of somebody like Wangare Maathai or somebody like Malala Yousafzai. So let's say that the essay is talking about some gender aspect. You're writing an essay on women empowerment. The theme is women empowerment. You want to write the gender part of it. You want to be descriptive in terms of writing upon the gender dimension. So if you're writing about Indira Gandhi and then in the other paragraph you want to write about Wangare Maathai or Malala Yousafzai, तो जो बीच की जो 2 sentences हैं, यानी कि एक example खत्म करने के बाद और दूसरा एग्जाम्पल शुरू करने से पहले वो जो बीच के 2 या 3 सेंटेंसेस हैं, वो 2 या 3 सेंटेंसेस क्या रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे? वो रिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे द कोर एसेंस एंड द कोर सिमिलैरिटी, द कोर सिमिलैरिटी बिटवीन 2 different examples. All right, so make sure of this. Now many people ask me how many examples we should give, sir, how many counter examples we should give, sir. I'll tell you a very easy formula. You need to at least give 6 good examples which are arguments in favor of your stand, whatever topic you end up choosing, and you should also give minimum 2 counter arguments related to the topic. Now these 8 to 9 arguments must be there in your body. Now when I'm talking about arguments, it is not that you have just given an overview, it is not that you have given an oversight. Make sure that it is not the number of arguments, you have to make count the quality of your arguments. This will add wazn, this will add weight to your content. Please remember that. You might end up giving 20 examples. I'm not interested. I am interested to see whether you have explained 5 good examples or not. The why and the how part. There are many students who might be watching the video who have had mentor calls with me, who have had जिनके essays मैंने evaluate करे हैं. Please understand one thing. It is the why and the how part. It is the why and the how part which you have to address in an argument. That why are you using a particular argument in support of your stand, and how is this argument validating the quotation जिसके ऊपर आप ऐसे लिख रहे हो. Please remember that. Then tip number 9, do not end your essay with a vague conclusion. Do not end up writing vague conclusion like Mahatma Gandhi, non-violence, etc, etc, etc. No, please be specific. Understand one thing, a good start is incomplete with a strong finish. You end up scoring 40 runs in 2 overs, but you end up going out, on a very silly ball. You are missing a chance of scoring a century. So a good start is incomplete with a strong finish. Make sure that your introduction, make sure that your hard work is counted by ending your essay on a very strong note. The finishing touch is very, very important. Now, you may use an anecdote, you can use a story, you can take the help of an example to finish off your essay rather than writing some vague statement. So in essence, you are adding one more dimension towards the conclusion of your essay. You're adding one more example which can be from any of the dimensions, so that आप अपनी बात को, essence of the topic को एक बहुत strong note पे finish कर रहे हो अपने essay में. Now please do not end up summarizing what you have written in the essay. Let's say आपने कुछ essay में लिखा है, 4-5 बातें आपने लिखी हैं, उसको summarize करके conclusion में मत लिखो. मेरे को तो impressive नहीं लगती है वो conclusion, आपको frankly बता रहा हूं after evaluating so many copies. Concluding argument needs to be taken as seriously as the body of the essay. तो जैसे body of the essay में आप इतने सारे examples डाल रहे हो या 6 से 7 examples डाल रहे हो, why not use one more example in the conclusion so that you can solidify, so that you can strengthen your argument. Now, 2 important tips, the last 2 important tips which you must know. Please understand that these are some important personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, Wangari Maathai, Malala Yousafzai, Kailash Satyarthi, Elon Musk, Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, Rabindranath Tagore. So there are many personalities which you come across in your general studies and also in your newspapers, current affairs. Make sure that you're using these personalities in your essay as well to improve the quality of your argument, because ये कुछ 9-10 personalities का जो मैंने नाम लिया है, इनकी life और इनकी contributions will always help you in any topic you end up writing on essay writing. And last tip, please explore dimensions. You can write dimensions related to climate change, related to terrorism, related to extremism, related to cybersecurity, gender disparity, diplomacy, warfare. We have all sorts of wars happening in front of us, municipal governance. These are certain contemporary dimensions which are useful to use apart from your pestle approach, apart from your regular pestle approach. So these are certain 12-13 tips जो आपके साथ मैंने share करनी थी. Friends, all the very, very best. Do well, believe in yourself. I know for most of you, it must be your first time writing mains. For most of you, it might also be the last time you're writing mains. But if at all you're writing essay, please make sure that you have watched this video and also make sure कि आप अपने friends के साथ जो कि इस बार मेंस दे रहे हैं ये वीडियो जरूर शेयर कीजिएगा। दोस्तों, अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा लाइक बटन हिट करना और कमेंट सेक्शन में हमें कमेंट देना, हमको और इंस्पिरेशन मिलेगी आपके लिए और अच्छी क्वालिटी का हम कंटेंट लेके आते रहें। हमारा एक फाउंडेशन बैच है एसए का। यदि आप अपनी एसए की तैयारी शुरू करना चाहते हैं तो प्लीज इस फाउंडेशन बैच में इन्वेस्ट करना कंसिडर करें। 9,000 का ये बैच है, सो विच इज अराउंड अबाउट 800 रुपीज पर मंथ। और ये एसए फाउंडेशन बैच में आपके एसए के साथ जनरल स्टडीज को भी सॉल्डिफाई करने में बहुत मदद मिलेगी। टोल फ्री नंबर पे कॉल करें इसके बारे और जानकारी लेने के लिए। आई विल सी यू वेरी सून। थैंक यू सो मच।